Good morning, gorgeous ones. How are you? Look, I'm not in my normal place. I'm actually on the road, and I gave a talk yesterday for one of our beautiful members asked me to come and present to her community. So off I went, 2 planes up to sort of northern inner Queensland to her community, and they had done such a beautiful job setting it all up. There was community people, gyms, massage places, a whole heap of it was like an expo. And sadly, it rained. So she'd set up this great big tent with all the chairs and everything, and it was pouring with rain. So in the end, I kind of often try and find the bright side. What we did was we did a circle. It was small numbers, but it was intimate connection. And hopefully I was able to provide some value for those people that actually were able to come and braved the rain. Now, a bit of a show and tell this morning because Christy made a beautiful, like a care package for me when I arrived. And in it, she put these amazing coffee bags that I have never seen. They're called the Laughing Pug. And what it is, I've got my coffee here. I'm going to show you. It is like a mini filter. And you put it into your, oh God, I don't want to spill it everywhere. You put it into your coffee cup. It comes in just it's flat, and it sort of opens up like an accordion, and you put it in, and then you pour your water into it, and it gives you a beautiful, like a brew drip coffee. So I am really looking forward to having that today instead of, because I'm in a motel, it would have been Nescafe, or in my case, probably a cup of tea. But this morning, lovelies, I did want to talk to you a little bit about the idea of looking on the bright side, because that's what happened to me yesterday. And there's 2 things I want to caveat with. You can't bright side your way out of everything. And what that means is what we don't want to do is minimize the feelings that you have of whatever it is, maybe disappointment, for example. So for, again, the team that put together that expo yesterday, they may well be disappointed because it wasn't able to reach its full fruition. And that would be perfectly reasonable. Absolutely reasonable. I mean, they've put a lot of work into it. So you don't want to deny your feelings. But then what we want to do is be able to process them. So acknowledge your feelings, process them, and then move on to something that is going to be more helpful for you going forward. So this is what happens frequently, where we don't process, we get stuck. There's 2 things we do. We either don't process because we numb it with food or alcohol for some people, or it might be shopping, gaming, Facebooking, anything that gives us dopamine to avoid the uncomfortable feeling. So we numb it, or we don't process it. We just get stuck on it. We get stuck in the vortex of doom. And then that's where I say, okay, this is where we have to get to that next bit of moving forward. And the moving forward is always acknowledge your feelings, accept them. You're human. Of course you're going to have feelings. Accepting that the things like yesterday, the weather, I couldn't change the weather. The weather just happened. And then going, all right, is there something I could do differently next time? And I know Christy's already said that she'll try and hold it indoors. Of course, they'll do that, and it'll probably be 40 degrees and everyone will be too hot. So it's some things you can't control, such as the weather. But again, you can learn from it, and then you just move forward and go, well, what was something good that came out of it? So for me, the something good was most definitely the ability to communicate or communicate, I guess, on a much more personal and intimate level. Instead of being at the front giving like a lecture, we sat the chairs around in a circle. I gave a bit of a chat. We had opportunity for questions. It was wonderful. And every moment in life can provide something like that where it's wonderful. So I guess that's it for my little chat this morning, my love. So I'm going back to Brisbane, and I'm so excited to be catching up with some of our members, to see people in real life. We have a beautiful luncheon tomorrow, so I am very excited about that. In the meantime, your jobs, my loves, listen to the podcast. We just dropped another episode, and it's been very popular, particularly if you're a mum and if you're maybe a grandparent and you've got a child, a daughter-in-law who's a mum, and it would be a good episode to refer them to because it's on motherhood and burnout. So really, really useful, helpful, relatable, practical information with a mum burnout expert called Dr. Ali Young. All right, my loves, have the most fabulous, fabulous weekend. You'll be seeing Dr. Mary next week, and we will go from there. Bye, darlings.